It is June 13th, 2012, and still out here at my parents'. And today they are digging up the road to repave. And that's Toby, Maggie, and Sophie, the little, some kind of chihuahua mix. She's actually bigger than she looks, and just standing up on a hill and tall. And Maggie's wearing her homemade boot from my stepdad. It's probably it's at least the third or fourth one. It's had to have been made since she broke her leg over a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. It's just duct tape around a grocery bag, and then at the top there's this strap. It's not Velcro, but it's very similar. It just sticks to itself. Yeah, it's now a month or so into my withdrawal process from clonazepam/Klonopin, and I've only managed 2 drop downs so far, but that's because they were both big drop downs. I started a third major drop down at my dose, but it was too much for my brain to handle, and I almost went nuts in the emergency room. Yeah, basically I started going on anxiety overload, and my brain got to the point where I was in the ER bed, and I uncontrollably started crying out for help. It's kind of funny. It's funny, but it isn't. It wasn't funny while it was happening, but anyways, when I started my withdrawal process, I was taking up to 3 milligrams a day, and since I wasn't taking it all the time, I started, when I started the tapering process, brought this up before, but I was having like a lost appetite, and I felt like the clonazepam was like increasing my lost appetite, and I ended up dropping like 25 pounds, and it's not pretty, at least 25. Part of that was due to my bad right sprained ankle I had, because I wasn't getting around to exercising, but one thing led to another, and I made the choice, I remember my family doctor recommended I start at 3 milligrams, but I knew I wasn't always taking 3 milligrams. It was usually 2.5 if I took any, if I had to take any emergency extra. And so when I started the taper process, I decided to start at 2 milligrams, and instead of like 2.5 or 2.75, and it was like too big of a drop off for me, but you know, and I had to take instead of twice a day like you're supposed to take clonazepam because of its 12-hour lifespan, I was taking it 4 times a day. And anyways, I went from that to, I dropped down from, I had all these crazy side effects because that probably was too much of a drop off to begin with. And so the first like week and a half was crazy. I was having like all kinds of brain glitches. I literally felt like I was a broken robot, and it's going out of my mind. And then the second drop off, funny thing was I dropped from 2 milligrams total a day to 1.5. Now, first of all, a half milligram drop from like one day to the next is like a huge no-no in the withdrawal process, but my family doctor, I don't know, he just is uneducated. I'm not claiming that I'm more educated, but at least read up on the proper withdrawal process. Anyways, the funny thing was I actually did mostly fine when I dropped down to 1.5 total. I wasn't getting sick to my stomach, so please don't run off, dogs. Come here! Come here, girl! Come here! See, that gets the opposite effect and they run away. Sophie does it. Sophie's gonna run away, the Maggie's gonna, the bigger dog is gonna follow her. Come here! Shit. I have to cut this short. Because right where they're running to is the road, and I'm about to be running right after them. Sophie! Come here, Sophie! Come here, Sophie! Sophie! Alright. She at least recognizes her name. They're more safe there than in front of one of the neighbors' backyard fences. But yeah, if they go through that space between the fence and the trees, they'll go. Just have maybe 30-yard to 40-yard shot to the road. Still think we should. I know it costs a lot of money because it's a huge property, but I think there should be a fence put up. So, as I'm losing sight of the chihuahua because she's so short, and I'm trying to look uphill. Miss Sophie. Toby, you better not run away. Stay, Toby. Toby. Come here, Toby. Over here. Come over here. Right. I guess the neighbors. I wasn't sure if the neighbors still had dogs or not. Because he used to like hear them all the time, and now you don't hear anything. But I just saw at least 2 of them over there. Oh, there's one poking its head out. But okay, back to my medication scenario. It's taking me 10 minutes to explain again. I dropped from, so half milligram is way too much to drop from one day to the next. Even if you, like, doesn't matter if you wait a week, you're still, the fact that you're going from such a big drop off from day to day. Sophie. I'm gonna end up having to chase them down because they're probably end up going around this side. Not that I'm losing focus, I was thinking about the fact that my stepdad pulls in anytime. He's gonna be like, "Get those dogs back here." Can't help it though. It's a wide open yard. All right. So yeah, dropped. I dropped down to 1.5 milligrams, and then I dropped down another 0.5 milligram dosage down to 1 milligram total a day, just 0.5 milligram twice a day. And that was when my body had the crazy reaction. I ended up in the ER. I thought my brain was gonna explode. I was gonna do something crazy, and then ER doctor, my situation in the ER made an impression on my family doctor, who was content on that dropping 0.5 milligram every week was fine, and he completely changed his mind in regards to what happened. Come here, Maggie. All right, come here. If you don't come back, I'm cutting this short. Come here, Maggie. Luckily, she responds to a whistle. She's still a puppy, so she's unsure. So she still is nervous. I'm surprised Sophie came back. She's little one is the one that doesn't listen. Toby's like, should I cross the line or should I not? He's been here since the beginning, so he knows the boundaries fairly well, even though just this morning he decided to add him out by himself, and he decided to cross to the other house over there. That's where I found him. And that road right there is Warner Huffer Road, and it goes to the left 0.5 mile back to the backside of Hargis Lake. And so even though it's a back road, it's fairly busy. But yeah, with my medication, my doctor increased me back up to 1.5 milligrams, and then he actually, I didn't even bring this up, but he actually did something out of the patient handbook for withdrawal. Instead of taking medication twice a day, he has me splitting up 3 times a day. Kind of makes it, I haven't really sat down to think about how that could benefit over taking medication twice a day. I just know that one thing that he also changed, which is in the patient handbook, is that I also didn't even bring up, was he wants me to try dropping off 1/4 milligram every week instead of a half. I get, so, I don't know, I'm like in this weird spot where I get, even though I've dropped down in dosage, I still get like fairly drowsy from the medicine still. But at the same time, like when it's like an hour and a half to go before my next dose, I'll start having like, I won't even be thinking about my next dose. I'll just start having anxiety, and then I'll have to look at the clock and see it's an hour and a half to my medicine. So it's kind of like I have an internal clock. Ugh. Maggie? That's right, stay over here. So, she doesn't always listen to me. Alright. I need to get something. Ugh. This thing I hate about dogs and so close to being able to just run into a road when you have them roaming freely is that they're not like completely faithful to you. Big truck like that can end up running them over. Alright, if I walk towards the house, Maggie, surprisingly, she always likes to follow people. Toby used to be like really, really loyal to me. He'd follow me everywhere. Sophie, on the other hand, I don't know if she's... Here she comes, alright. She's actually coming, wow. Let's say she could get interested in whatever's around the bushes over there, and then cause she ran off to me. Gosh, I'm getting like all these event updates. Just had to press my screen like 4 times. The neighbor's yard over there, very popular spot for Sophie and Toby to run over to. Closest neighbor. Welcome back. So happy I didn't have to run after you guys. One guy, 2 girls. Cover for the septic tank, sewer, whatever you want to call it. I know it's actually kind of big, so this thing is like weaker with age. Yeah, but I really wanted to like jump on it, stomp with both my feet. I'm sure I could probably put at least a crack in it. So this makes me wonder if someone's gonna like run across it one day, like maybe when my nephews get older, and yeah, fall through. I forgot how deep it goes up. Yeah, 20 minutes almost. It's a relaxing day. Puppies had me concerned for a second. I decided to start walking up the hill, and they decided to start walking even farther. Oh yeah, this pool has been ready to go for like a while now because of how warm our spring was. like all these record highs. And it's only my oldest nephew has been inside of it. He's out of everyone that comes over here. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a couple more notes on my medication. Oh yeah, I was talking about, just the fact that I get drowsy from my medication, and then that can. I think someone's knocking. I don't think someone's actually at the door. I think they just heard the knocking from the construction. I'm not gonna walk over there though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just in this crazy spot going through this withdrawal where I feel good from medication, but I also feel drowsy from it a lot of times. And then like my medication will be wearing off, which is kind of weird because it's supposed to be a long-term drug. And the drowsiness will go away, then I'll feel almost normal. Like I'm out of shape, so like I can't do much, but like the other day I was standing out here, I was like drowsy as can be for like an hour, watching my stepdad just vacuum the bottom of the pool, and oh gosh, I literally turn around and they run around to the front. I wonder if anyone pulled in, or if they're just Sophie just running away. All right. Well, they ran all the way to the front of the yard. Sophie's barking at him. Maggie! Maggie! Probably gonna come around the other side. Alright. So I'm not. I'm so involved in this video, I'm not distracting them to keep them around the yard. Usually it's as easy as playing with. Well, Maggie's the easiest to distract. You can just get a toy and play with her. Sophie, if you're sitting down, she'll sit down near you. Toby's kind of 50-50. Sometimes he'll chill out, and sometimes he'll sniff around the entire backyard. Every now and then he'll venture off to the front, but he mostly knows better. It's a little chihuahua. They're like, funny thing is, the chihuahua is like the most nervous dog, cause it's like typically it's like very scared of Maggie indoors because it doesn't have very many places to hide, and a lot of times Maggie will try and grab her by the neck. Right now she's being really nice to her though, so that's a rare moment on video. So yeah, this is a picture of my life during part of my rehab process. Well, withdrawal process. Not really rehab. It's not like I'm an abuser of the medication. Hey, come here. Come here. Go inside. Go inside. Go inside. Go inside. Come here. Come here. Come here, Sophie. 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 Supposedly if you call her name, she'll come. Yep. Sophie. Sophie. Come here, Sophie. Come here, Sophie. Yep. Now they're having a showdown. She's like, yeah. That's how Maggie usually intimidates her. And Sophie's like, she's like, if I run, I know I'm gonna get caught by her. So she gets frozen. Come here, Maggie. Here, I got the greatest distraction. Toy. Oh yeah, you know you want it. Come here. Yeah, she's easily distracted. Oh, she's still got her mind on Sophie. At least you're intelligent. You don't instantly forget what you're thinking about beforehand. Come here! Come here! Hurr! Sit! That's right. Learning. Ready? She looked away, then it's missing a lot of the filling out of it, so and then the wind blew. Alright. Sophie's kind of like camouflaged, yeah, especially with sunglasses, I can't even see. Oh, do not run into the woods. Like the hardest dog to find. Sophie! 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 Yeah, there she goes. Damn it. Alright. Okay. Turn this into another video. No, Maggie! You stay. Come here. You wanna go outside? Let's go outside. Here's hoping she listens to me. Don't chew anything up. Got a dog to save. Go. It's my older sister's chihuahua, so she'd kill me. Alright, hopefully I haven't gone too far.